All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's topics include, is Bitcoin becoming boring? Plus, many users seeking to sue Bitcoin.com and Roger Ver, and a huge movement against Bitcoin Cash lately, which I'm just so excited for because I absolutely love it. It's so funny. So first and foremost, is Bitcoin becoming boring? So after bouncing up, falling down, and keeping investors on the edge of their seats, Bitcoin may be maturing into a period of relatively boring stability, experts say. A worldwide wave of regulation has led to a collapse in trading volumes. Cryptocurrency advertisements are disappearing from top internet pages, and Bitcoin no longer dominates Google searches as investors try to figure out what Bitcoin wants to be when it grows up. The best known currency is going through somewhat of an existential crisis. It needs a new narrative, said Nicholas Colas, a New York-based founder of investment research firm DataTrek. There is every chance that there is some sort of institutional involvement. There could be a move higher. Bitcoin rallied 25% in April, crashing 70% from a high near 20,000 last year. And the cryptocurrency landscape has indeed changed. Mom-and-pop investors who drove Bitcoin's skyrocket rise in 2017 have been pushed aside by government bans on trading and replaced by cryptocurrency funds, wealthy individuals, and established financial firms. Which I'm not surprised that none of this has ever happened, or that this is happening, rather. Wall Street typically takes the volatility out of things. They typically will buy as soon as it starts to go down. They typically start to sell as soon as it goes up. They keep it at a very specific price and let it move very, very slowly. Another thing is wealthy individuals coming in. It took a while for this to really occur, but, not that there hasn't been wealthy individuals in Bitcoin previous to the last year or so, but it's really starting to become big. Once they've seen 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, that's when everybody jumps in, and they have more money than you do. And they can buy and sell more than you do. And I really think that crypto sooner or later is going to get overwhelmed by the system, as you were, that everybody was trying to get away from. Just because you cannot get away from people that have more money than you do, or more money than everybody does. There is a huge flaw in all currencies, and that is... sort of the, and I don't mean to sound like a communist here, but it is capitalism, essentially, and that there will always be these one percenters who will essentially ruin the party for everybody. They show up at the party already drunk, falling all over the place, knocking your lamps over, knocking your bookshelf over. There's always going to be those people. So the bigger players can make bigger moves, but their trades are often obscured by screens on over-the-counter brokerages and matching platforms. They are also less likely to chase sudden swings in Bitcoin's value, being more interested in the potential of unproven but promising blockchain technology. Average daily traded volumes across cryptocurrency exchanges fell to 9.1 billion in March and 7.4 billion in the first half of April, compared to 17 billion in December. So several exchanges saw their daily trading volumes drop by more than half between December and March, including Bitfinex, Poloniex, Coinbase, Bitstamp, and probably many more. Cryptocurrency's biggest ever trading day was December 22nd, when volumes topped 30 billion. Those were mostly sell volumes, I would imagine, because the price topped out on December 17th. So on April 8th, volume sagged to 4.6 billion, the weakest day since last October, according to the data. So the theory that bigger institutions will make Bitcoin markets less volatile and more liquid has grown as new over-the-counter exchanges spring up, carrying such names as Circle, Octagon Strategy, Cumberland, and Kraken. So Kraken does do an over-the-counter thing for whales. So again, I just want to reiterate that the cryptocurrency is not safe. I think everybody maybe thought it was, but I never did, not once, that cryptocurrency was safe from the governments, from... And not even from governments. We're talking from corporations, too. Like, Google has the power to take down ads, which can just eliminate anything. If Google put anything at the top of the search when you searched, it's going to make more money. And if they take away anything from the top search, it's going to make less money. So you got Google, you got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got all these major corporations that really influence media. You got these whales coming in, noticing that they can make unheard of amounts of money So imagine if you were a whale, you buy $1 million worth of Bitcoin, and it goes up from 10,000 to 11,000. It goes up 10%. You just made a lot of money, like really fast, $100,000 in what literally could have been a few hours at sometimes. Although Bitcoin right now is at 10,000, it's just an example of how fast that Bitcoin can go up $1,000 within a half an hour, sometimes just a few hours, you know, sometimes less. So it just goes to show that why would they not get into it? So now for the fun stuff. This is just that souse, that drama souse. I despise Bitcoin Cash, and I want to show you something just before we get into this. Let me actually open it up. As you can see, the Bitcoin Reddit is just exploding lately, and normally it's not even this bad. I understand that Bitcoin Reddit is for Bitcoiners, BTC, and Bitcoin Cash is for Bitcoin Cashers. I get it, but this is huge. This is coming out of Faker Fork. There's all kinds of sousy, dank memes. Faker Fork, Heike, Adidas, Polystation, Bitcoin Cash. Sir, this seat is reserved for people with disabilities. Bitcoin Cash is a real Bitcoin. Sorry to bother you, sir. Just amazing. Juicy. Absolutely great. It's all over the place right now. There's some great quotes. And so I want to show you guys this article here. It is from Hacker Noon. It is called, That's Not Bitcoin Cash, That's Bcash. So hackernoon.com, check out this article. It's very, very long. The person who writes these articles writes extremely, extremely, extremely long articles. In one way, he's an amazing writer. Absolutely fantastic. His information that he puts in, his research that he puts in is just phenomenal. It is 10 out of 10. However, he's a terrible writer in another way because he goes on and on and on and on. He drones on and on and on and doesn't know exactly how to write something so that it's slightly shorter. As you can see, this goes on and on and on. But it is all about Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin and what the real Bitcoin is. Obviously, it's Bitcoin by pure consensus in every single poll that has ever been made. And the hash power and the market cap. So that anybody who argues against that is just auto-wrecked. So as you can see, it's huge. I may read this article as a video if people are really interested in it and they don't feel like reading themselves, which, oh boy, we got a weird society anymore. It's worth your time. Let me just say that. So 600 plus Bitcoin users seek lawsuit against Bitcoin.com and CEO Roger Ver. So is Bitcoin.com tricking people into buying Bitcoin Cash? Yes, I've literally said this for like 5 months now. And everybody's like, no, yes, trust me, they are. Bitcoin.com is undoubtedly a prized domain in the Bitcoin space. It's likely that anyone interested in finding about the world's first most valuable cryptocurrency will instinctively type it into their browser or immediately see it as a top result in Google search, right? Because it's Bitcoin.com. In fact, when Googling buy Bitcoin, the first result is buy.bitcoin.com. Upon clicking the link, a user is greeted with the following screen: buy Bitcoin Cash with a credit card, buy Bitcoin Core with credit card. That is very misleading. That is extremely misleading. You might not think it is, but it is. Imagine, my boy's in the background. Imagine if you had never bought Bitcoin before. You have nothing. You have no idea what it is. You keep hearing everybody talk about it at work. You keep hearing your friends, your family. Everybody's talking about it. You see it all over the internet. Maybe I should get into this Bitcoin. So you go to bitcoin.com because you don't know any better. And then you see this. Wait, what is this? Which one? I don't know what this is. What is Bitcoin Cash? Can I use... That must be the cash that I can use as Bitcoin, right? I don't know. You don't know. And what is Bitcoin Core? I don't know what core means, right? So I'm going to buy Bitcoin Cash because it has slightly bigger letters and a better logo. So the logos are not only very similar and even the same color. BCH logo is typically green on most platforms to avoid confusion. But Bitcoin.com is the only website that refers to Bitcoin as Bitcoin Core. The only website. Because Bitcoin cashers have to say Bitcoin Core because they think they have Bitcoin and they don't. The Bitcoin Core name refers to the Bitcoin software client, which was originally called simply Bitcoin, but was later renamed to distinguish it from the Bitcoin network and currency. What's more, the Bitcoin Cash option is presented at the top without their respective BTC and BCH tickers. Anyone unfamiliar with the difference between the two will very likely be confused, if not completely fooled, into believing that the top choice is, in fact, Bitcoin. I like this little picture here, Roger Ver with a little fishing pole with Bitcoin dangling in front of it. But really, you're buying Bitcoin Cash. So one user wrote in the Telegram group that it's like advertising you're selling gold and then giving customers a piece of coal instead, while also referencing stories of people who mistakenly sent Bitcoin to a Bitcoin Cash address and vice versa. Earlier this week, Bitcoin.com underwent changes to present Bitcoin Cash as Bitcoin, most notably the Block Explorer, which changed from Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash to Bitcoin Core and BCH. So this change has especially outraged the Bitcoin community. It was a topic of controversy among Bitcoin Cash supporters, many of whom believe Bitcoin Cash can compete on its own merit rather than attempting to steal the Bitcoin name. Yes. That's the thing. Here you go. Bitcoin Cash stole the name Bitcoin, right? They forked from Bitcoin. The only reason Bitcoin Cash has its market cap and has the hash power and the name is because of Bitcoin, because they have Bitcoin Cash in their name. Let's say Roger Ver went out, he said, you know what, I like Bitcoin, but I think we can make something better than Bitcoin. So what if he made, like Vertcoin or something like that? Yes, Vertcoin has a decent market cap, it's a good coin, but it doesn't have the Bitcoin in its name. So the only reason why he has the market cap and the hash power is because of him dealing with Jihan Wu of Bitmain and creating this propaganda campaign because it has Bitcoin in the name, and it's fooling a lot of people. And the people that buy into Bitcoin Cash it's really, really sad, and how viciously they defend Bitcoin Cash. I think most of them made a mistake and bought Bitcoin Cash, or they bought Bitcoin Cash thinking that it was going to beat Bitcoin, and now they're desperate to make their Bitcoin Cash worth more. And it's so sad. It's like a child who just lost their lollipop and it's all covered in dirt on the ground. It's so sad. To all you people who hold Bitcoin Cash, I feel that you're just inferior people in my mind. I can't even. It's so frustrating. It's so sad. Sell your Bitcoin Cash. Become a better person. Another example includes the website's Bitcoin course intended to help new users understand what Bitcoin is and how it works. However, the line between the two is blurred in a few places. It references Bitcoin Cash only several times, with most of the graphics, of course, displaying Bitcoin and the Bitcoin logo. Meanwhile, longtime associate of Roger Ver and Shapeshift CEO Eric Voorhees has also distanced himself from Ver's latest attempts to present Bitcoin Cash as the real Bitcoin. So a lawsuit's brewing. The lawsuit is gaining steam on Telegram chat group. An admin at Coin Times and co-founder of Coin Daily has grown to over 600 members in just a couple days. So legal angles being discussed with lawyers. So I hope that goes through. I hope he gets sued so hard. It's the bane of the crypto world. You guys don't understand that this sort of thing does not increase innovation in the Bitcoin world, in the crypto world. This is going completely sideways, if not like parabolic the other way. This is horrible. People have been buying Bitcoin Cash. When it came on Coinbase, it got jumped up to like $9,000 and then immediately crashed because everybody thought that they were buying Bitcoin, like a cheap version of Bitcoin, but it wasn't. It's Bitcoin Cash. And then all these people are stuck with it. They have no idea what to do with it. Some people don't want to sell it. They're hoping that Bitcoin Cash will go up above Bitcoin. Not going to happen. You're a very sad person if you're holding on to Bitcoin Cash. Get rid of it now. I can't stress. I could speak much harsher words about Bitcoin Cash holders, much harsher, but I will keep it off for now. Here's a $40 trillion cryptocurrency market cap, definitely possible, by Pantera Capital. He was even in a news post here. I'm not sure if that's like it's Bloomberg. Okay. So you know what? Now I'm all pumped up. I don't even really want to watch or read this for the most part, but a man thinks it might go to 40 trillion again. So let's just skip it. Let's just skip it. We don't even need it. We don't even need it. I thought I read a bit of it. It was looking good. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll talk about this. But now I'm on the Bitcoin Cash train. You got me started. Here's I agree with Eric. That's why I support Bitcoin Cash. And this guy reports, so tired of this deceit. Even in the news articles from starting to talk about Bitcoin, then it is revealed later that the article was really about Bcash or Bash. How dishonest and fraudulent. You guys need to grow some integrity. Roger, please stop referencing me to back up your opinion that Bitcoin Cash is Bitcoin. It isn't. Bitcoin is the chain originating from the Genesis block with the highest accumulated proof of work. The Bitcoin Cash fork failed to gain majority, thus it is not Bitcoin. This is very true. Here's Nick Szabo. Nick Szabo retweeted this, mind you. Nick Szabo was one of the original creators. For those of you who don't know, Nick Szabo is the most influential cypherpunks of the late 90s, early 2000s, creating the BitGold protocol and contributing to Bitcoin's creation. So he was, in the early 90s, he basically formulated a plan to create a cryptocurrency with private keys, public keys, all that stuff, basically, that Bitcoin and all cryptos have for the most part. And it was very, very, very similar to Bitcoin. In fact, a lot of people think that Nick Szabo may be Satoshi himself. Although I feel that Satoshi is a group of people. Some people think it's Craig White. Some people think it's Satoshi Nakamoto or whatever his name is. Nick Szabo. People think it's a lot of people, but Nick Szabo is one of those suspects, if you will. So if you are new to Bitcoin, then please be aware that Bitcoin.com is a fraudulent website. This website is run by Roger Ver, who is a known serial scammer. The current main scam is the promotion of Bitcoin Cash, which is the fake version of Bitcoin. See, people don't know that they're scammed until the scam really, really occurs, until the exit scam. People love their lending platforms. People love BitConnect. People love Devor. People love Falcon Coin. They love these things. They love ICOs. They love just investing into whatever coin until they get scammed. They will viciously defend their BitConnect and this, that, and the other thing until they are scammed. Then they turn around and go, oh, it was a scam. Even though there were hundreds, thousands of people saying that they were a scam, they were viciously defending them because they know that they're, regardless of whether they truly think it's not a scam or they know that it's a scam, but they're in it and they can't get out of it because it's a lending platform holding their coins now, they will viciously defend it until they are fully screwed over. Moving on here, crypto markets are in green following the correction. Bitcoin is now above 9,000. EOS gains significantly. I'm not a fan of EOS. It doesn't really have a true purpose, but that's okay. So most things were green. Actually, just kind of changed now. A little bit of red now in there, but we were at 407 billion market cap, so we were up by about 7 billion from yesterday's video. So EOS is doing really well, although I can't stand EOS. There is no clear purpose of EOS, and yet people are just pouring money into it. So totally, why not? You know. So will Ethereum or Ripple ever beat out Bitcoin? So stop the average person on the street and ask them about cryptocurrency. The first thing they will likely pop into their mind is Bitcoin. So the brand power. So that's what I've been saying for many months now. The reason why Bitcoin is the highest, and the reason why I think that maybe Ripple or Ethereum might actually beat out the market cap of Bitcoin eventually, particularly so with Ethereum, because Ethereum is, not only is it a store of value just like Bitcoin, not only is it a currency just like Bitcoin, and mind you, I don't even hold that much Ethereum. I actually hold more Bitcoin and Litecoin than I actually do Ethereum. So this isn't like a shill thing. This is just what I think is going to happen in the future. So it's a store of value, it is a currency, and that's where Bitcoin stops. Bitcoin is a currency and a store of value. That's it. No more. It's not useful for anything else, really, other than maybe some trading on some websites to do this, that, or the other thing, but really it is all just to get you more currency or whatever. It's a currency, it's a store of value. But Ethereum goes another step further in that you can write to the blockchain. You can make smart contracts on it, much more than you can with like Bitcoin or any other coin. And there are some coins that are trying to copy it now and come out, but they're all based on Ethereum, ERC20 tokens. are coming out like crazy. So they all need Ethereum. They all need Ethereum to as essentially as gas. People just kind of call it that, but you need Ethereum to actually send ERC20 tokens on the Ethereum network, right? So if you had some Ethereum ERC20 tokens on in your wallet, you wouldn't actually be able to send them without a little bit of actual Ethereum in that wallet to send that as the fee. So the total market capitalization of the daddy of all cryptocurrencies is 157 billion. Its two biggest competitors, Ethereum and Ripple, hold market caps of 65 and 32 billion. Thus, as it stands right now, neither cryptocurrency is even close to sniffing out Bitcoin's heels, which I, fully admit. So in order for Ethereum and Ripple to catch up and surpass Bitcoin, it would take an extreme amount of price action over a lengthy period of time. So in other words, for the average person who doesn't know any better, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are synonymous. As such, Bitcoin is the dominant brand, and it's unlikely Ethereum or Ripple will boast that kind of brand power anytime soon. So Bitcoin was first to the party. Being first to the market, Bitcoin is almost a household name, and it reaps the benefits of free marketing and branding. I believe in order for anyone to unseat Bitcoin from the #1 position, they will need to be the first to transparently integrate their currency with current forms of payment options. By taking cryptocurrency mainstream and allowing it to be used like any other form of payment, they can hit a user segment that has largely been untapped by current cryptocurrencies. So that is kind of an issue in the crypto world, that it's really hard to spend crypto for the average person. Now, some people know how to go and grab a card, some kind of debit card, and load it up with some cryptocurrency and then go out and spend it. But it's still just not that easy. For the majority of people, don't use cryptocurrency. We are a minority in the world, cryptocurrency users. So what you have to realize is that, you go to your neighbor's house and you ask him how much crypto he has. Doesn't have any. He says, "What's that? I don't know what that is." That's just the average person, right? So the average people, just hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people pouring into Walmarts, Targets, Sears, the mall, JCPenney, all these department stores, all these actual physical stores, even Amazon, for that matter. None of them are spending cryptocurrency. And that's when things will change. That's when things will get really crazy, is when Amazon, Walmart, Target, all these big major name department stores and things like that start accepting cryptocurrency. That's when things will get really huge. But nobody has ever found a good way yet to really make it so that no matter what cryptocurrency you're spending, let's say you got $5 in Litecoin and you got $10 in Bitcoin and $5 in Ethereum in a wallet on your phone. So, so you got 20 bucks, right? And you go to the store and you pick out something and it's 15 bucks and you scan your phone. There should be a smart program in the future. There's got to be a smart program that will spend that $5 or all proportionally. Like, let's say $3 in your Litecoin, $3 in your Ethereum, and then, like $9 in your Bitcoin or something like that. Like some kind of proportional payout system where it's just going to take all your currency, all three, and send it across the network and send it to Walmart or wherever you're shopping at. That will be the day. That will be huge for the majority of people. Also, getting that cryptocurrency onto people's phones, getting people to buy the cryptocurrency is a whole nother thing in itself. So yeah, Bitcoin Reddit, real interesting right now. I bet the BTC Reddit and the Bitcoin Cash Reddit are just on fire at the moment. I'm going to take a lot of heat for this video because there will be some Bitcoin Cashers watching this and they will be greatly offended. And not sure I care. I wouldn't mind Bitcoin Cash. I would not mind Roger Ver if he had created his own cryptocurrency. But if he created his own cryptocurrency, it wouldn't have the Bitcoin name. It wouldn't have the market cap that it does. It wouldn't have the hash power that it does. Plain and simple. It would just be some other coin. It would be 20th, 50th, who knows on the market cap, in the rank. It would not be Bitcoin Cash. The only reason why Bitcoin Cash is all the way up here is because it forked, and with a lot of propaganda and a lot of scamming and a lot of fraud and a lot of just dealing with Bitmain and going to Bitmain, him and Jihan Wu saying, hey, only accept Bitcoin Cash for this. So people have to literally go onto an exchange, buy Bitcoin Cash, then send the Bitcoin Cash to you for your ant miners, even though they want to mine Bitcoin in the end and don't really care about a Bitcoin Cash. And that's going to raise the price of Bitcoin Cash. All right. That's horrible. So, oh well. This article here, I will show you guys another time. I probably won't link the articles that I had in this one today, but if you guys want, in the comments down below, I can read this article for you and you know, give my analysis as I read it. But again, it is very long. Again, Hacker Noon is a great website. He talks about cryptocurrency all the time, and he is an absolute professional. The guy has a serious background in computer science and everything. So he's an amazing writer. But like I said, the only problem I have to him is just the fact that he repeats himself and repeats himself and repeats himself and repeats himself and just puts in fluff. So he can turn what should be one paragraph into like this much, like one scroll like that. And it's unbelievable, like the fluff that he puts into it. But it's, again, at the same time, I know it's like I'm really flip-flopping, but it's an amazing read. He's just absolutely spot on, destroying Bitcoin Cash in this. And they're just plain and simple. There isn't any fight back. There's no way you can even argue against what he is saying because of how good he is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as usual, I will see you guys next time.